A missing 21-year-old young man. I am happy to report that he was found safe. I definitely want to stress safe. And I'm actually going to let my co-host, Clarke, expound more on this. But before I do that, let me introduce myself. I'm Dedrick, and as I just mentioned, Clarke is here with me, and those of you who watch us every week already know that. And later on today, we have a very interesting show. Tomorrow, actually, for the first time in McDonough, Georgia, there's going to be a jerk festival. And we have with us today Sylvia Dennis, who is the owner, or one of the owners, of the Sands Island Bar and Grill. And we also have out there, and I forget your last name, Samuels. And we will get into them a lot more later. We're going to dedicate a good portion of the show to them. But first of all, we want to talk about the news and what happened last week. So before I get into anything else, let's give the audience the report on the missing young man from last week.
I'm happy to say that the young man was found, and I'm happy to say again, he called home.
Good.
He called home and did not let anyone know that he was going anywhere. And this is a person who's very consistent and very regimental. And I believe that he's been under a lot of stress and strain from school, taking full courses in school, 4.0 student and everything. And a young man who never really gone out there and see the world. And basically he called back home and said, Mom, I would like to come back home.
Good.
And it was a blessing to all of us, because, and to him, that he was not in any harm's way, because he's not a type of individual, even though he's 21, to go out there like that on his own right now.
And one thing I have to do,
safe.
I have to thank everyone that replied back to this program regarding. I mean, I got emails from people asking for pictures, saying they would send it out to everyone. I got emails saying they know they have connections to the president of the NAACP. Just let them know, and they give us whatever information they need. So I can't stress enough, thank you so much for your help out there, because that is definitely what this program is about. And
it really, it showed us about the community participation that we do have here. And I have to thank Caribbean Report so much for helping out a friend of ours, a guest that came on the show, and was very frightened, and to hear what happened also to the young man, the senator's grandson, which is going to be investigated. I believe they said that he shot himself.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so.
So I'm so happy that they have good news, that he went on his own accord, and he came home safe.
And something else I want to get into, and I hate to say while we're on the subject of shooting, but a lot of you probably have heard the incidents that happened in Brooklyn, New York, with the young man that was shot, I believe, 20 times. He was hit 8 times, shot at 20 times. But one reason I want to stress, as you know, this is the Caribbean Report, but the young man that you probably did not hear on the news was actually from Tobago.
Right. In the report, the young man came here at the age of 3 years old to New York. And at age 18, he had some mental problems, and there was something going on within the home, and the mother needed some assistance and called 911. And I guess she never realized 911 was going to be the end of her son's life. What he had was weaving a hairbrush, and he was riddled with 20 bullets. So they have to find another way to deal with people. I mean, 20 bullets, that is very unreal. Yeah. Okay, it's very unreal, and it's very sad. So we have to have a different way of approaching young people. A lot of young people are under a lot of stress these days, and they're doing a lot of things that is unnatural, uncalled for.
And you can find out more about this article and the other news that we cover on our website, which is myspace.com/Atlanta Caribbean Report. And we will get it up on the screen soon. But again, it's myspace.com/Atlanta Caribbean Report. And see, it's on the screen now. And if you go to the site, there's a link that says main news sources of the show. If you click on that, you will see news from heartbeatnews.com, Caribbean360.com. Those are just 2 of the sites where we get a lot of our news. And everything that we are mentioning tonight, you will be able to find on there, because you know this is only a 30-minute show, so we can only touch slightly on the news articles. And another thing I just wanted to let everyone know, next week, during the week of Thanksgiving, we will not be on live. The station will be closed during that weekend. So if you turn to us and we're not on, don't be alarmed and think that the program has been canceled. That is not the case. The station is just taking a break, letting the employees enjoy their families, and we will be back on the following week. Now, again, I mentioned earlier that we're going to get into this Jerk Festival that is happening on Saturday. And right before I get into that, I just wanted to read a couple of quick news items. Actually, before I do that, for the last 2 weeks, and I know Andrew is going to love this, who was on the camera, we have been promising you the results from the Trinidad election, which happened on November 4th. We talked about it the week before, and then, last week was, I think it was November the 5th. Well, somewhere around that time. It was that Tuesday, at the first Tuesday in November, and we talked about it for weeks. But, last week we had an important program with the missing young man that we weren't able to cover any news. But without further ado, Karen, what happened on that election?
Okay, well, PNM won. Okay, and I have to say that Manning is there again. They're going to be doing some wonderful things in Trinidad, like they have been, because of the wealth of the oil and the gas going on there. They're going to spread the wealth in the country, right? They're going to spread the wealth in the country. And they're giving people many opportunities to start businesses. I keep stressing that. If you want to go back home, you're a national, or you're from the United States, you could go down and start a business. They're giving away, lots of opportunity. So this is a time to go down there. And it is also said in the article that Manning says after the election, well, after his term, he's going to come back as being a pastor. Is that so? So we will see whether or not he does turn to religion and become a pastor. And all right, and that's what I have to say.
I was going to say, those of you watching for the first time, Karen is from Trinidad. If you notice, a lot of times when there's articles from Trinidad or from Tobago, as you saw earlier, that I passed it over to Karen, and I let her speak on that. Just for those of you who watching us new, because we get new viewers every week. Yeah. So given that, I got to get an article on Montserrat because that's where my roots go to. But actually, I'm not as happy with this article. It comes from a watchdog agency in the UK who says that more support is needed for Montserrat and Anguilla. Now, I mentioned this a lot on the past shows, and I don't want to take up too much time. You can Google Montserrat, Montserrat, to get more information. But basically, in 1995, the Safri Hills volcano erupted. There's been 2 other eruptions since then, and also smaller pyroclastic flows that's been going on, whereas the whole southern half of the island is currently inhabitable. So there's a lot of supports that's needed, and this article is basically speaking on enough is not given. So if you go to our website again and just click on the link for main news sources, go to Caribbean360.com. There's an article titled "More Support Needed for Montserrat and Anguilla." Go ahead.
There's something I like to mention, some good news coming from Trinidad. The crime rate is declining, okay? It is declining. The crime rate is declining. And they're saying that the murder rate is almost 5% less than last year. So that is something to say, hey, they're doing what they need to do, and they're going to keep up the good work. And I hope that I'm going to keep on reading. Decline.
Yeah, keep going down.
Keep on going down. And I want it to happen here, too, especially for these young black males.
Exactly.
They need to walk through the streets safely.
Now, the last thing I want to mention, I got to end on a good point with Montserrat. Yes. The week of December 9th in Montserrat is Tourism Week. If you go to visitmontserrat.com, you can find all the information on there. So, without further ado, let's get into the meat of this show, and which, as I mentioned earlier, this Saturday we are having the Jerk Festival. Like I'm a part of it, but I'm announcing it, so I'm a part of it now. But here's the flyer here. I know you all can't see it, but
it's on our TV screen.
There's not a website for it. Oh, okay. They have all the information on the screen, but you can go to the restaurant website to find out more on the festival. See, I'm stressing that, and I'll go ahead and admit this is a nonprofit station, so I'm not trying to push anything towards the restaurant. But to find out more on the festival, go to sandsislandbarandgrill.com. So people don't call in and say I was advertising one restaurant over the other. I'm talking about the Jerk Festival. But next to me, I have, oops, and I just dropped one of the ads I was looking for, but I have Sylvia Dennis, who is one of the owners of the Sands Island Bar and Grill, and also with us we have Althea Samuels, who is in marketing at the restaurant. And I would like to start with you, Sylvia, and the reason I said that, because Althea earlier before the show stressed that I did that, because on my mind I was thinking about starting with you, and then I said, well, let me go ahead, and since I asked her to be on, let me just be nice, to put it mildly. But tell us more about this festival, because number one, it's down in McDonough, Georgia, and for those of you who don't know, you don't associate a lot of Caribbean events down in McDonough, Georgia. So that's the first thing we definitely want to get on. But I like that. I like trailblazing, because we need events everywhere, just like this show. This show is only within Atlanta city limits, and everyone's like, well, why isn't it in DeKalb? So we, in a way, in the same boat. Exactly. Maybe not as much as with McDonough, but we're in a way in the same boat. But Sylvia, let me let you explain the festival and the reasoning behind the location. Now, I know the restaurant is there, so basically what you're probably going to get into is why the restaurant was located there to begin with.
Right. Okay. The Jerk Festival, as you said, is tomorrow from 12 p.m. until 6 p.m. And Air Jamaica is our co-sponsors.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Good.
We're going to have lots of entertainment. We have a live band. We have steel drums coming. We also have not only our restaurant, but we have other restaurants that are in McDonough.
Okay.
There's actually others. There's actually others. Yeah, Caribbean. There's actually others.
that are located in McDonough. I'm going to be involved in the festival. And also Air Jamaica will be raffling off 2 tickets to Jamaica during this festival.
Okay.
See, that's reason enough for everybody. That's reason enough right there to come.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And the reason, McDonough, as you said, nobody's never heard of McDonough. Every time you say McDonough, people say who, what, where. And the Caribbean community is growing so fast in McDonough. My husband and I moved here 2 years ago, and when we moved there, we noticed that there were a few Caribbeans, but just in the 2 years that we have moved there, the community has grown so much. And we actually came to Georgia to start a restaurant, and we just wasn't sure where we wanted to put it. We thought about further south, around Warner Robins, and because there's a large community of Caribbeans down there. But we decided to look in Henry County. Why we chose Henry County, I don't know, but we chose Henry County, and we found a location there, and actually it's a beautiful location. It's right there in the downtown McDonough, in the square where, there's a lot of other restaurants besides Caribbean restaurants, and people just be looking for somewhere to go. Right. And we wanted to give, not just Caribbeans, but we wanted to give everyone somewhere to go where you can just sit back and relax and enjoy yourself. And I don't know, one day we just thought about an idea. We were sitting down at the table, all of our business partners, and we said, what is it that we can do to get people to come out? And we thought about a Jerk Festival. So, I called my contact at Air Jamaica, and I talked to them about it, and they was like, what a wonderful idea, let's do it. So we just started pulling it together, and we took us about a month and a half. This is our first, but we are planning it not to only be our first. We want it to be a yearly event, and we have the city of McDonough that's backing us up 100%. Good. They're all excited about it, because actually it's bringing something to the community. It's not only, bringing something for the restaurants, but it's bringing activity to the community, and something that the community can get involved in and people can get involved in. So they're really excited about it, and they're looking forward to it. They've been advertising it for us as well, and they're looking forward to helping us next year.
Good. Now we have a lot of non-Caribbean audience on this show. And I found that out by accident, which is good. Which is good because this is kind of like an educational show. So we're just throwing around Jerk Festival. There's a lot of people out there that may be like, I hear of Jerk, but what is a Jerk Festival? Like, what in the world is a jerk? Yeah. So can you explain to our audience, for those who do not know, exactly what is
Well, a Jerk Festival, as you said, is not on. We're not only having only Caribbean. We have other restaurants that are going to be involved that are not Caribbean restaurants. But it's a festival where everybody come together and just taste different foods and have fun, listen to music, dance, eat, and all sorts of things.
So basically, it is a food tasting. It's
not only
tasting.
foods, but we have other vendors as well. We're going to have vendors out there. We have a dentist that's going to be advertising her, talking about her practice. You know, it's a lot of vendors. It's not just food. So I don't want people to think that it's just food.
Okay. And you have things for the kids to do as well?
Yes, we're going to have we have 2 moonwalks for the kids.
Good.
So they can get out there and enjoy themselves as well. Yep. So we're really looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to working with everyone.
Well, that's good that you could bring everybody together, the Caribbean as well as Americans together, to get that big melting pot going. So we can educate them a little bit about jerk food.
Right.
Okay, so what is jerk? You know, what is jerk?
Jerk is a seasoning. It's a seasoning that you apply to all sorts of things. I was going to say meats, but it's not just meats.
Really?
We use it in a lot of our dishes. And you marinate your meats and you let it sit for a couple of days to get that jerk flavor. And then the best way to serve jerk though is off the grill.
It's off the grill?
Yes.
You can't. Can you give what kind of spices is in jerk? I know.
To be honest, I'm not sure of all the spices. Okay. But I know that pimento is one of them, and also Scotch bonnet pepper. I know those are the 2 that my chef uses. So she makes sure they make sure I have plenty of it.
Okay.
So, but yes, it can be spicy, but it doesn't have to be spicy. You can also have it mild.
Yeah, because I was talking to a little different here. I was talking to my mom today. She said she had a craving for jerk chicken.
Yes.
She was driving around Tampa to go and, to get some jerk. Yeah. So everybody likes it. Yeah.
She keeps driving north. Tomorrow she'll be set.
She can come up here, right?
Tomorrow she'll be set.
She can come up here and get some.
That's right.
All right.
Okay.
And I see here something about Sunday gospel jazz brunch.
Yes, that's at the restaurant. You can get more information by going to our website. Okay. We have gospel jazz singers.
Oh, okay. That's something good.
And not just some on Sunday. I was going to say, if you go to the website, they have a full range of events every day of the week.
Every day of the week.
So this Jerk Festival is not the only event. And tomorrow, you know it don't rain. Yeah, it doesn't rain here, so you don't have to worry about being rained out tomorrow because it doesn't rain anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't rain anymore.
So
it doesn't
rain. Now I'm sorry.
No. I was just doing a quick glance. You know, she has a lot of things going on here. Yeah,
we're actually starting a party from tonight. So.
Really?
Yes.
I'm dressed for it. I see you wearing my top. I need to borrow your top.
Yes,
okay.
Yes,
all right, we're going to take a little ride out tonight.
Yeah, we can start it here on the set.
Definitely.
Now I need to give Althea Samuels, if you want to say anything, I definitely have to give you the opportunity because you are definitely a part of this, especially as marketing.
She basically hits all the points.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
She basically takes.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, see you tomorrow, and you see we have all the information. Oh, okay. I just saw on the screen that my name was out there, Samuel, for a minute. we have fun here, you all.
Yes.
And one thing I just want to add, if anybody wants to volunteer here, learn about TV production, this is the best way. Come down to People TV. Go to peopletv.org. And one thing behind that I don't say too many weeks, I'm really thankful for the crew that we do have here because they work hard and they give us so much help. I mean, all the titles on the screen, the website, everything else. I mean, thank you. I can't say it enough. Now, Well, you look like you have a comment, so let me pause for
My
a minute.
comment is just the same. Thank you, Abdallah. Yes, man. Thank you, Miss Edna. Errol, everybody else back there, thank you. We love you.
Yeah, Angela on the graphics.
Yes,
yeah.
Angela on the graphics.
We're naming everybody.
Yes, yes.
This that time of year. It's Thanksgiving. We're not going to.
Right.
This is our last show before
we didn't
Thanksgiving.
say Jim, thank you.
We didn't say Jim, yeah, the director. We got to say Jim.
We got to say to the director, hey, man.
And we mentioned Andrew earlier when we were talking about the election.
Yes.
He's
Okay,
keeping us
Andrew,
on point with Trinidad, just like Karen.
Yes, Andrew has said, come on, don't forget Trinidad. We have to give some information about Trinidad. So, yes, we will, definitely. And we have to say, next week, we're not going to be here, but we're going to give more information on myspace.com/Atlanta Caribbean Report. Please, we need your participation, and go on our website, and we will be there for you.
You know what's interesting? While we're talking about the website, you know, there's other sites that's streaming the show video on. I mean, outside of our sites, which is good. Keep that up. That push our stats up. Not just that, but I mean, really, it spreads the word, and that's the most important thing. That's what we're trying to do.
Definitely, definitely. And another thing here, please come to the Jerk Festival.
Of course.
Please come to the Jerk Festival and experience a Caribbean multinational way of getting along, right?
That's right. And just think, if you come, you could say you was at the first annual. You know how fast.
I know.
You know how fast time goes. 20
That's
years from now, you
right.
can be like, I remember when I was at the first annual.
20 years from now, okay.
Right? Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Yes, definitely. You know, so please, we need your participation. Come
Definitely.
and help. And who knows, they probably show us some Caribbean steps, right?
Yeah,
Some
I
Caribbean
can
steps.
show y'all a party dance.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's talking now.
Yeah, she's
She
right.
likes
Yeah,
the
we're
party.
opening it
She
up.
likes the party.
She's opened up now.
Okay, that's good.
I can show y'all a little step.
Yeah.
Not much, a little bit. Yes.
Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right.
For those of you wondering why we don't have samples on the set, is at People TV, we cannot have food inside the studios. Like you see a lot of different cooking shows on TV, and you're like, why don't we do it here? That is the reason. Because believe me, we would love to have samples and be here eating while we're talking to you.
Who knows? Probably they might break a change.
Yeah, oh yeah,
You never know. As time goes on, you know, if we sneak some food and bring for them to taste, they'll probably
they're
say,
hooked. They're
okay,
hooked.
come on, do it. But ladies, would like to ask you, in doing this Jerk Festival, was it easy planning?
No, it wasn't. It was a lot of long nights. Matter of fact, it's going to be a long weekend.
Really?
We were just talking about that actually on our way coming here, because I was just saying, I don't know if we're going to get any sleep tonight.
Oh no, that won't happen.
We're going to
because
be
we
in there
still
too,
have a
Carol.
lot of work that we have to do to get ready for tomorrow. But like I said, the idea came to mind about 2 months ago, and we pulled this together in 2 months.
That's fantastic for 2 months, because usually an event is like 6 months long. Sometimes they even start it a year in advance.
Yeah.
You know, so to have something come out this quickly, that's very good.
I was going to say, but we're down to our last 2 minutes already. Time just
When we have
flies. But remember to go to Sands, and Sands Island, Sands with an S, S-A-N-D-S, islandbarandgrill.com to get more information on the festival. And I know you had something you want to say, and immediately following your point, I'm going to let you have some closing thoughts. And then after that, everybody will see you tomorrow at the festival.
They will.
And next season, we don't have to worry about half an hour. We will be on for what?
Good point. 1 hour, 7 to 8. Second week in January, we'll be on 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. The next step is being on every night, but you know, you got to take one step at a time. But I know we're down to our last minute, so Sylvia,
I just want to say, everyone come out and support. You know, be a part of the Jerk Festival. It's going to really be a lot of fun.
Well,
Don't forget the kids.
Oh yeah, bring the entire family, all generations, the entire family.
This is an event for the entire family.
Yes, it is.
Well, thank you for joining us. We're again next week. We will not be on live, but we'll be back the following week, which would be the first week in December. I think it's December the 1st. But anyway, we'll be on 7 to 7:30 p.m. live, and you can always catch us on the internet at myspace.com/Atlanta Caribbean Report. Ladies, thank you for coming. Karen, thank you for coming.
us.
You see, I got the perfect job. I'm surrounded by women, so, so you can't beat that. But again, thank you. Join us next week, and thank you for watching.
You got 1 minute, buddy.
See, the show's so good, they gave us 1 minute. They gave us, they gave us one extra minute.
One extra minute.
One extra minute.
So, is anything you would like to say?
Not much, you know, as I was saying, just bring the family out so we can all enjoy ourselves. And don't forget, weeknights, we're open from 11 to 2 in the morning. So, you know, we have a lot of fun.
And I'd just like to say this, you are going to have to definitely come back. And for those of us, you who couldn't make it, you're going to have to let them know how it was. Because like I said, you have people watching worldwide because we're on the internet. So there's some that physically cannot make it to the festival. But
Girls' night? And when is ladies' night?
Saturday night.
Okay. But then you got to drop the kids off and come back.
I don't know about later.